tie desk, brought to you by Angler Made. Today we're going to tie a mayfly, and I've ordered some materials that I wanted to try, and I'll show you. So the first material, it's called Hemingway's tube body, and when I've tied mayflies in the past, I have to build my own body, and it takes forever. And these are pre-made. Actually pretty cool. So today we're going to be using these pre-made mayfly bodies. And so what I'll do is I'm using a size 14 hook, and we're going to tie a medium mayfly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this towards the back of the hook, and then I'm going to attach it again right there and just kind of suck it down. And you can see it really has a cool look to it right out of the package. So not much more needs to be done with this except for just secure it on the hook. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some of the Hemingway's mayfly wings. So I guess we'll call this the Hemingway's mayfly. I'd hate to call it anything else. But you can see they're in kind of a plastic film. They're kind of hard to get out, but they're just in a little form and they stay together. And there's not much for instructions, so I'm just kind of winging it, no pun intended. So I've folded the wings, and then it's got this little tab right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come up from the bottom. Whoops. Give myself a little more room. Try that. Tie it in the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a parachute mayfly. So I'm going to wrap around and make a parachute post on these wings. And then I'll adjust them after we're done. Just like so. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get just a nice piece of grizzly hackle. I'm going to pull out some of the fibers right here. Just attach my stem right below my parachute post. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some just an olive tan dubbing, dry fly dubbing, and just kind of hide all my thread right here that I used to make my parachute post. And dry fly dubbing is going to give it a little bit more buoyancy. So we'll just end it about right there. Like so. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our parachute hackle and we're going to just wrap it around the post that we built with these wings. And I like to be pretty liberal on the amount of hackle I use. So the more hackle you use, the better it's going to stay. And then I just wrap back through my post. Like so. Alright, now what we'll do is we'll find our scissors. Cut this off. I hope Mr. Hemingway's okay if we call it Hemingway's MayFly. do is we can play with those wings a little bit now. Make them sit nice. And that, my friends, is just a beautiful mayfly tied with Hemingway's materials. So that thing's going to float good. You can tell these mayfly bodies, they must have a little foam in them or something, because they're quite, you can tell they're quite buoyant. And then put a little hackle on there, and then have the silhouette of the wings above the water. I think this thing's going to catch fish. So let me show you one more thing that you can do. I was messing around with it, tying a few. Is you can actually rib your body a little bit with just a permanent marker, however you want to do it. Just give it a little more texture, so you can see. Hemingway's MayFly. So can't wait to try this one. I think it's definitely gonna produce for us this year. So thank you for watching another episode of Aaron at the Fly Desk.